Hi everyone, Chloë Butcher here. I'm going to show you today a look which wowed a lot of people, and this was Kristen Stewart's look for W magazine. So I'm just starting by applying a moisturiser, and the one I'm using is this. It is Simple Kind to Skin Moisture Boost Hydro Cream. Okay, so the moisturiser is now done, and I'm going to apply this Burberry Compact Foundation in Trench number 2. It does have a little, so you can see how it comes, it does have a little sponge underneath, but I actually prefer to use a brush, so I can apply it in sort of circular motions all over my face, mainly down the T-zone. I'm now going to use a couple of products from Motives. Not sure if you've seen this brand before, but first of all I'm going to use this concealer in Light, just very slightly under my eyes. I'm going to use my finger to apply a tiny bit, get rid of any shadows I have. I'm now going to add some eye base, also by Motives, and I'm just going to put a tiny bit of this on my eyelid. It's a really nice texture, this, soft, and even though it's creamy, it's quite sort of velvety at the same time, and this will just give your makeup a base to hold on to. Now I'm going to use their bronzer, which is called Miami Glow. I'm not going to put a huge amount on, but using my Enhance brush 10mm by Ruby & Millie, I'm going to just apply it underneath my cheekbone to give a little bit of definition. Now I'm going to use my Daniel Sandler water brush here, and one of his beautiful watercolour blushes. I don't know if you've seen them, but they're really, really lovely. A little goes a long way. Liquid in this bottle, which I'm going to apply a tiny bit onto the back of my hand, and this one is called Spicy. So, here we go. Tiny bit. Don't need much. They have a really nice sheen to them as well, and you can build them up. So, just running the brush through it, I'm going to apply it right on the apples of my cheeks and blend up and out. Onto the eyes, and I'm going to start by applying a little bit of this Urban Decay Cherry eyeshadow all over the lids and into the corners, because I want to get a little sheen in the corners. I will add to that later. But most of this look is about the eyeliner, so applying this sort of very, very light, sheeny pink all over and almost up to the eyebrow. Next I'm going to go back to the bronzer I used. Just gives a bit of a uniform sort of colour coding, if you want, all over the face. And I'm just going to apply this into the socket slightly. Can you see the definition that's there straight away? And like I said, again, you don't need much. Just enough to give a little emphasis. I'm going to add a little bit of shimmer. Actually, it's a really white pigment. I'm going to add it to the corner, the inner corners of my eyes, to catch the light. Now this pigment is a pure pigment called Tingle. It's from Illamasqua. Here we go. And I've just put a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm going to apply that in the corners of my eye here. Just grab a mirror. For the eyeliner, I'm going to use Topshop Liner in Ink. It's a gel line, so really easy to control. I'm also going to use my Bobbi Brown Ultra Fine Eyeliner brush, and I am going to use a mirror a little bit closer to me so I can really see what I'm doing. And I'm going to start by applying a fairly thick line to my upper lashes before I go underneath, and then joining them in a point. So here we go. Loading the brush up. I tend to start in the middle of my eye and draw it out and then go to the centre. I mean go to the inner corner, sorry. So as you can see, I've built the liner up quite thickly on both eyelids, just along the lash line on both. Now I'm going to go underneath before flicking it out on top and bottom. So the line underneath is also quite thick, but slightly more blended, so I'm just going to apply it and then soften it with a brush. So now underneath the other eye, and then I'll really do the points to show you. So you can see that the line on the bottom goes up into a point. Now I need to pull it out so it doesn't sort of do this. I want it to do a real straight winged shape, just like Kristen's. So just really building it up. Eyeliner all on now. I'm going to blend underneath very slightly to soften it up. I'm now going to use these Ardell lashes here. They're made of 100% human hair, have a really lovely shape, so I'm going to apply these just to give that extra va-va-voom and real lift, and then coatings of mascara. So I've applied the glue along the band of the lash, and I'm just going to let that dry for about 30 seconds before applying them onto my eye. Now lashes can be slightly fiddly, especially when you're trying to talk to the camera, hold a mirror and apply them. So if I'm a little bit cack-handed, forgive me, but I will explain how to do it properly in a second. So I'm just laying the lash over at my own, pushing them into place. Now because the glue is white, it might look a little bit scary to start, but actually it dries clear. So I'm just pushing them into place now. So while I'm waiting for the glue to dry, I thought I would continue with my lips. So I'm going to use a bit of the concealer again, and I'm going to put this on my lips just to take down the colour slightly. In the picture of Kristen, her lips are very pale, and that's part of the look that's so sort of sumptuous and sexy about it. All in the eyes, nude lips. So by taking down the colour, it'll just help to create the look that we're going for. And now I'm going to add my lipstick over the top. I'm using a MAC lipstick in Creme de Nude, and I'm just going to apply that all over. It's a lovely colour, this. The mascara I'm using is another Topshop product here, the mascara in black. It's called Raven. So I'm going to apply some on the bottom and then blend my lashes and the fake ones together. So just applying to the bottom. And I'll show you just blending the lashes together. To fill in my eyebrows, I'm going to use this Givenchy Iron Brow Prism. It has all the colours you need. It also has very handy little sort of tools at the bottom, tweezers and brushes, but I'm going to use a slightly longer handle one, and this is a brow fill brush by Daniel Sandler. I'm going to use the darkest colour here because Kirsten's eyebrows are pretty full on, so I'm just going to run that through my own eyebrows, which are also quite large, and then I will brush it through. And now brushing through, neatening up. So clearly my hair isn't quite as big or as groomed as hers, but I think you get the idea with this look. So that's quite enough posing for one day. I hope you've enjoyed this look. If you would like any more advice on what I used and how I did it, then you can find me on Twitter at Chloë Butcher or on my blog, Oh So Chloe. Hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye.